Hello everybody, it's Diane McCann and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've just got back from a run, and while I was out I was really connecting in to what everyone seems to be attaching to at the moment, which is going back to normality. Okay, so here in the UK we've got some roadmaps that have been drawn out to ease us back into opening up and socialising and being able to access a lot of things that we haven't been able to do for a while. Now, while I was out, I was like, what does that mean? Do I, from a personal perspective, do I want to be going back to the shops? Do I want to be going back and potentially meeting lots of people? Not that I did anyway. But the point that I'm trying to make is, if you are really attaching to going back to normality, firstly, it shouldn't be normality. It should be different in some sense. If you have had a lot of restrictions placed on you over the last year, which many of us have, you shouldn't be the same person going back. So your normality, your perspective, your version of it will most likely be different anyway. And if you are really excited about going back and having all of the external stimulus and buzz, then I would ask you to perhaps look at that. I know that people have missed connecting with people and families, which I'll touch on in a minute. But if you are really relying on that external stimulus, then the questions that I would invite you to look at are, why do you need the external stimulus? What is it that you need that distraction for? Is it that it's going to help you to stop looking at something you don't want to look at? Why do you not feel comfortable being on your own? Why do you not like your own company? What is it that you can't gift yourself and you are having to seek externally? These are big, deep questions. If you haven't been able to see family for a year, and perhaps your family dynamics were a little bit like, if I say toxic or perhaps disjointed in their dynamics, then you've had a year to potentially to reflect on that. And if you are going back with the same attitude, the same perceptions, then your cycles are just going to repeat again and again and again. So if we was to put a really simple analogy on this, it's going to be, in springtime you may sort out your garden ready for summer. Yeah, you're going to be sorting out your wardrobe, potentially packing away your winter clothes, getting out your summer spring clothes. Whatever you're doing, you're re-evaluating. You're looking at the labels, you're looking at what fits, what doesn't fit anymore. And if you are wearing labels and feel that, does this fit me anymore? What mask, what covering am I still wearing? To go back to normality, then have a look at it. Really, I urge you to start looking at this. We have had a lot of time to do this work, and just dropping the ball and going back and not making these changes is going to affect you as an individual, and it will affect the collective. One of the things I've learned is that my life, and this is just for me individually, my life is very simple. I like it simple. I don't want to be going back to the noise and the stimulus, and I'm going to be keeping it simple. I will be seeing friends, but those friends are very, I choose who I let into my energetic circle very carefully, with just the way I am. So, lots of things aren't necessarily going to change for me when we go back. A few things will, but not much. And I will be potentially, no, not potentially, I am going to be stripping this back even more to simplicity. I'm not really looking for that external stimulus, that buzz. It wasn't in the first place, but now I realise I need it even less. So, yeah, just have a look at what you are excited about going back to, and just connect with yourself, as in, is this still serving you? Or is it an old habit that you're looking to fit back into? Because if it is, then, you know, you start looking at something new. This year, the universal year, is full of changes and opportunities. It's the ideal time to bring change into your life. And, you know, as individuals, we need to be working on ourselves the whole time, and as a collective, because the earth is going through a huge shift. And if we are going to go back and put more density on her, then guess what? We're in another cycle, another repeat experience. So yeah, do your work and really question and connect in with what it is you are looking forward to going back to. And like I said, if it's looking forward to going back to see family, make sure that those relationships are authentic. Don't start putting masks back on. Start speaking your truth. Start standing in your truth. You know, I give family because that is quite a big general example of something that can affect lots of people. But it's not just limited to that. It can be friendships, it can be work, it can be a whole host of things. Okay, so be mindful of honouring your own self. Okay, so that's a deep message, but it's an important one, very important. Okay, thank you everyone.